Good day, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. It's starting to get foggy here. Got live weather on. There's a storm to the west that's coming in, so this may become an interesting flight. We're heading about an hour north. We're going to be heading up to the town of Launceston, I guess it's pronounced. So we're leaving the capital of Tasmania. Winds are currently, I'll get the current weather, and we'll pop that into the chat. You can see the winds are currently 230 at 2, so we're going to take off on runway 27, and then we'll head off from there. And we'll be flying northwards today. So I will just get something set up here. It is live weather, and it is noon, 12 noon. So let's get on board the aircraft, and we can start getting this baby fired up. So fuel coming on. And we'll come down here to the panel. So we'll turn the battery on. Reset the generator. Make sure that's ready to go. Ignition will come on. Fuel boost will go on. Avionics 1 will go on. We'll put the nav and beacon lights on. Give us our engine gauges. And we are good to start cranking. There goes the prop. And we'll get this thing warmed up.
Pause system test. Okay.
Oh, forgot the condition lever. There we go. Fuel's being introduced. Torque is all coming up. Prop RPM is coming up. There's somebody over there starting up. You can see the temperature's all rising. And we are up and running. So fuel boost will go back to normal. Starter off, ignition normal, and the second avionics can come up. So let's get ourselves set up here. Get rid of that. That will go off. That will go to that. Wind will go to option 3, and our transponder VFR on altitude, and we're all set with all that. With all the There we go. We reset the barometer. Winds are showing 301, so we'll take off on runway 30. That's fine. That's just out here, and we can get ourselves set up. Here, our destination airport, YMLT. We'll put that in. There's Y. L T, Launceston. Enter, enter, and there's our route. We can kick the range. Well, at the moment we'll kick the range in. And this is the runway we're going to go down to, the long runway. So we'll come out, we'll taxi down. This is 27. We'll get onto it, and then we'll just take off that way. I'll leave that up for the taxi. So everything is up and good. Put our taxi light. Cabin lights come on. I think we're ready to go. So propeller will fully forward. Now we do not need, we're going to head this way. So not going to need a pushback. This parking brake is off. We're just going to hammer it right over. There we are. Don't worry about this guy. There we go. Head out now. We're going to taxi down to the far end. Oh, the graphics settings have changed again. I'm not sure why I'm getting a little bit of fuzzy detail down at the end of there again, but we'll see. So has anyone done a check flight at night and looked and see if their terrain percentage settings work okay with the night lighting? Get our flaps out for takeoff. We're almost there. Bright and sunny here. Not sure about further up. Let's see how that storm does. There's the runway we're headed to. I think you're still back on the ramp. Everything okay there? There we go. Make sure your fuel is on, your 2 fuel tanks above, and make sure your red condition lever is forward. Make sure that you have your starter and start, your fuel boost on, and your ignition on as well. The big ones I always forget is the condition lever has to be forward. Prop can go forward after, but then also make sure that your 2 fuel levers are on. Fuel switch, yep. Well, I said right off the start. I forget that one sometimes because it's overhead. Ah, there you are. So given where you are, you could probably just take off from runway, whatever that is, 33 or whatever, right beside you. That way you don't have to taxi all the way down here. So that would work. So we'll get ourselves in, we'll crank the range back out. And we will get ourselves ready to go. Alright, so parking brake is off, flaps are set, props fully forward, condition lever fully forward. We are ready to go. Oh, hi Talia. How are you? You were updating? Okay. Alright, power coming up. We want to make sure we don't exceed our red line on our power, which is 2,300 foot-pounds. Knots, pull back, and up we go. I'll do a left-hand circuit. Come back on the propeller. Slightly. And we're going to go up to, let's say, 3,000 feet. Just throw that in. And we'll do a nice little left-hand turn around the airfield here. Avoid some of the strobes on. Avoid the hills, but see some of the sights here as we fly around. So there's Talia there. See the low cloud fog on the water. All right. So start climbing. Head out on course now. So we'll take Nick's up. And Talia should be up in a minute. I can see her lights flashing down there. A nice shadow here on the water. Dark disappeared, pilot Pat popped in. We're coming up for 3,000 feet. Start to level off, we'll come back to 1,700 pounds of torque and 1,700 RPM. Cruise power setting. There we go. Yeah, that sometimes catches me out too. I'll load up one airplane and I'll be looking at the controls for a completely different setup. Oh, goodbye, Hobart. It's nice being here. There goes Talia's rolling now. Pilot Pat, you can see his shadow down here along with mine. I'm sure Dark Fury's out there somewhere. Just vanished in the multiplayer madness. Like I said, we've got weather off to the west. You can see it there. There's Pat. Nice view. It's not a long flight, as you can see. It's about 74 miles from where we are. And we're basically heading north up towards the interior of Tasmania. bit of a headwind. This is the little town of Richmond. Not quite a suburb of Hobart, but it's very nice. Very nice. Still got the red coloring on the soil. And we're coming up to just over here is the little town of Campania. We're going to be following, let's see if we can find it. There's a river here. I think that's it down here. We're going to be following, there it is, this river. Up and along for most of the way. And we're going to come up to a bit of a lake up ahead. There's that weather system off to the west. Oh, there's dark. Of course, dark comes in, Talia disappears. Nick, did you just loop the caravan? If you did, well done. You might want to pull out. Not sure what happened there, but looks like we got a caravan down. Yeah, it is annoying. And looks like I lost pilot pad as well. Oh well. A lot of Italian names up here. We have Campania, we just flew by, which is this little community here at the foothills here. And we're coming up to Lake Tiberius, which is not this lake, but this big one up here. Yeah, I figure you are there, Pat. It's just you're a ghost to me. As Talia said, you know, it's the multiplayer bug. Oh yeah, well I've got you three back there, and plus Manheck, it is Baron. Although those two just disappeared again. Oh, there's Pat. Oh, this is crazy. That is what it is. Oh, everyone see that? Looks like we got somebody else joining us. Yeah, Patrick, it's crazy. Just type in something here. There we go. Who can I see? I can see Pilot Pat. I can see Dark Fury. I think that's Nick, although probably not since it's back at the airport. There's Wayne. Hello, Wayne. But other than that, don't see Nick. I'm assuming he's gotten off the ground again. Talia should be back there somewhere as well. But yeah, lots of nice low clouds sitting on the hills here. See some more coming up ahead. $57 miles to go. So the current weather at the airport we're headed to. Looks like the weather may already be in there. Calling for winds at 330 at 10 and light rain. Now the airport we're headed to has one runway. Well, it's got a couple really tiny little grass strips beside it, but the main runway, 6,500 feet, it's runway 32 on a heading of 313. So that's the runway we'll be landing on. I have a 25 knot headwind. I don't know. It looks like the weather is playing around as well. Oh, look. Hey, that's everybody. Very nice. Let's record this moment. I have it captured on video. Everybody is visible. So Nick, now that you're back up in the air, what happened there? All right. So things are going good. That's Lake Tiberius, the one I mentioned. Trim as usual. And we're coming up for over here. It should be a little community called Parada. It's off the train line. And then on the other side of this lake is a town, Oatlands. Small little communities. We're gonna fly right along the edge of it here. Yeah, I do know with the Caravan, if you're in a weird angle and stuff and you engage the autopilot, it can act funny. Just gotta be a little bit heads up about that. Got a lot of dead trees down here. There's Oatlands coming up. Not sure what the name of this lake is. But it looks like we got here the main highway, Highway 1, which kind of looks like a dirt road, although I'm sure it is paved. Nice little community. Nice formation keep in there, Pat. Looks good. Wayne, what livery are you rocking today? Care to get up close so I can take a look? Yeah, it should be spring here. Although, to be honest, I have no idea what the ground would look like here. Other than it shares that reddish, iron-rich soil. Oh, you're flying the South African, okay. So yeah, I responded to Wayne in the Discord there when I was typing. I did a 2.5-hour flight yesterday. Just as I was about to touch down at the airport, I had an instant crash to desktop. Very frustrating. So the airport I was coming into was a FlightSim.to scenery airport, but it said it was Sim Update 5 safe. So I'm gonna have to try it again without it in there and see what happens. But I'm trying to log the flight for my virtual airline, so I gotta redo the entire thing. So some interesting English names coming up. We got Turnbridge, Epping. Places that should be fairly familiar, name-wise anyway. So we're traveling up along the edge of the hills, and with the wind coming out this way, it's causing a lot of bouncing around, as you can see. Things are going well. So over here behind these mountains, we've got some pretty big lakes. We're not going to be able to see them from down here. That's them there. And they are over on the other side of these hills. It does look nice down here. It hasn't been updated yet. They haven't done Australia. And Tasmania and New Zealand will probably all come out as one update when they get there. It does look pretty interesting. What we're missing is those little thin wisps of smoke that come up from farms and that when they burn stuff. You see that a lot out in the countryside. At least here in Canada anyway. It's always a good way to get an indication of how the wind is. Alright, so we are 37 miles out. Airport elevation. Where we're headed is 562 feet. So we're going to want about a 1,500 foot approach. May try to go direct straight in. Change there in the barometer. It does look like that weather is coming in. We'll see if we get any effect of it when we get closer. Again, we got that low layer of cloud, which looks really cool. Oh. There he is. Now, am I seeing you in the South African Air Force? Don't think so. The WR. Can't see you when you're up that high. Oh, there he is. Very nice anyway. So after today's flight, we have 3 more, and that will wrap up our Tasmania tour. Very nice to see this part of the world. See some cloud formations up ahead. Spitfire Escort. So over this way we have the little town of Campbelltown. It's on the main highway. Our destination is a fairly big place as well. I think it's the second biggest city slash town on Tasmania. Main highway loops out that way, and then it kind of starts coming back in to meet up with us. And the airport is just south of Launceston. Not sure how that is pronounced. It's a pretty built-up area. Up in the central north end of Tasmania. Dr. Magic, good evening. How are you today? Again, Wayne was coming in, but he disappeared. I do have everybody else, though. That's looking good. Do an update. Yeah, and the rains have increased. They're no longer light showers, they're just regular showers. The hottie seems to work. You'll have to expand on that one a little bit for me. But yeah, Pat, I can see definitely we're running into some clouds here, so this could be an interesting approach. There's the Spitfire. Propeller has stopped, of course. Why wouldn't it? Not sure if that's the South African Air Force livery or not. Wayne, you'll have to tell me if that's the right one. It's going to be 3-2 left. Dark Fury, 3-2 left, the longer northern runway. Definitely going to have some weather coming in. So we're 20 miles out. Oh, it's a lot shorter than the others. 3.6. There is 3.6 is only 2,000 feet long. It is tiny. I mean, we could try. If we can see it. 002 is the runway heading. Alright, let's give 3.6 a try. So I'm going to go down to 2,000 feet. Start heading down now. I think you're trying to make this a little bit of a competition there, Pat. See who can get in on 2,000 foot runway. Just watching the terrain here. Hello, Maddie. How are you today? Thank you for dropping by. Nice to see you. Oh, no, no, no. You issued the challenge. 3.6 it is. 22.64 is the length. Let's do this. Alright, so I'm going to go into... heading mode. I'm going to take myself slightly over to this side. Help me get lined up a little bit better. Bring the power back up. About 1700. It's around 2,000 feet. Just doing the pressure checks again. We're all over the place with the barometer and the barometric pressure. Fair enough, Ty. Fair enough. Alright, so a little bit of a hill we're going over. We are a little bit close to that, so we're going to ease ourselves over a little bit more. Come around this little point here. See it on the forward synthetic vision there. Up there is where the airport is, so definitely looks like rain. We're 1,500 feet above the airport now. Turn to yeah, you could. I saw it done at Brampton once. Somebody in a home built, which had a very low stall speed. He was actually going backwards down the length of the runway. The wind was so strong that day. Alright, so all the lights are on. We're 9 miles out. Condition lever is fully forward. Propeller is fully forward. I'm going to turn to 320. Work my way up towards the airport. Let's pull the prop back a little bit. Don't want it redlining. Oh, Pilot Pat, what are you doing over there? You're not gonna go for 3.6? Ooh, that's dark. Yeah, you can do some pretty steep approaches in the glider. I want to get when I can get this kind of heading northwards, I mean I can kind of do a straight in. getting there. You're not gonna do it? I'll give it a try. Go full flaps and do a nice short field. Hey, and if I don't do it, I can always go around and do a right-hand circuit and land on 3-2. Alright, there she is. Head towards the airfield. We're gonna go down to 1,500 feet. Yeah, I've also done a lot of grass field flying, so I'm pretty comfortable with that as well. Start bringing the speed back. We're only 3 miles out. Start getting set up early. First notch of flaps. And I'll go prop fully forward. For the airfield. There's notch of flaps. And full flaps. Coming up. I don't even know if they've got it modeled or not. We're at the south end, which is where I should be able to see it. Oh, there it is. I got ya.
500.
Piece of cake. Speed's at 60. Wayne's landing on the main runway. Over the threshold. Bring her back. We're down. Reverser's on. 30 knots. Reverser's off. Look at that. Beautiful. No issues. Alright, so we're going to taxi down here. And we'll cross the runway over to the hangars. Did you? Yeah, I saw a little bounce, but I wasn't sure what that was. Oh, it looks like Doc Magic's up, flying around with us. There goes Wayne. Take the little taxiway here. The wind's a little off from what they were saying, but it's fine. See, you didn't even... Oh, you went 3.6. Oh, okay. Yeah. He's getting caught up on the chat. Well, there's that weather ahead. Come up to the terminal up here. We'll park beside Dark Fury. Talia, not sure if you can see me. There's that fog again. We'll go park beside the Spitfire. There are funky markings here on the ground. I don't know what they're doing. Well, we are at our destination, so parking brake can go on. Take off those lights. Alright, condition lever can come back. Prop fully forward. Throttle's at idle. Avionics can come off. But they were putting in something that you can turn off the logbooks. Fuel boost will come off. Batteries off. Rest of the lights will come off. And here we all are. Wait for Dr. Magic to come over. Thank you, Dr. Magic, for jumping in for the last few minutes. Do appreciate it. Nice to see you. A little bit hard on the brakes there, I think. But otherwise, all good. Well, guys, looks like we all survived the hot fix to the last update. So, thank you very much for joining us on today's flight. We will see you on Sunday when we carry on with Ford's flight. And we keep flying in from Bahrain into, I think we're going to Egypt, in Khartoum. We'll see you for that one on Sunday. Take care. Bye for now.